Okay, so my best friend Jenny is buying a car tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, sometime this week. But as someone who has owned 12 cars and as the coolest, smartest, most well-rounded best friend she has, I'm going car shopping with her. So these are my tips and tricks for you guys before you go buy a car from the dealer. If you're buying private party, that's a whole other video. The first two questions you have to ask yourself when you're buying a car: are you buying new or used? And what car do you want? I swear to God, this is like the biggest thing. Don't ever set foot in a dealership and be like, oh, like I'm going to go on the lot and see what cars they have for me. No, you decide what car you want. So the first step in buying a car is actually going to happen right here on the computer. Do not go to a car dealership until you've done your due diligence. So deciding what car you want, that's totally up to you. I can't answer that for you. I can't answer that for Jenny because we've known each other for way too long. But she is not a Camry girl, so we're getting rid of that. The Crosstrek, she said no. She said it would make us look too much like a couple, and we're already blurring those lines as it is. The CRV is one I really wanted her to get. No dice. She said it was too ugly. But come on, look at this. 2023. That looks better than a RAV4, wouldn't you say? Next up, we have the RAV4. That one can dream. That is not in her budget, so the RAV4 is gone. So what we ultimately decided on was the Honda Accord. This is the 2022 model, probably what we're going to go for, because the 2023, as cool as it is not available yet. Do your research on the generation. So Jenny already knows she's not going to go any older than like 2015. Now we have to decide between the 9th generation Accord and then the 10th generation Accord. The main things to note when you hop generations, other than obviously the look of the car, is what's going on under the hood. So I know for the 2018 model, they stopped offering the V6. So if Jenny wants a V6, she has to go 2018 or older. That's a non-issue for us. What we are concerned about though, right here on the 10th generation, is whether we're going to get the base with the 1.5 or we're going to get the big boy sport with the 2.0 liter. I only know if you don't care about what engine your car is packing, ask yourself this question: are you going to hang on to the car until it dies, or do you plan on selling it? If you plan on selling it, get the bigger engine. They're always worth more. But anyway, now that we've established that the Honda Accord is the right car and it's a good fit for me and Jenny, this is the next step you're going to do. Super, super important. Let me turn this camera around. Hang on. I'm going to type in used Honda Accords for sale. This is where the magic happens. It's literally been 15 minutes and I already have 6 options for Jenny. 6 options, 15 minutes. These are things that I take note of. Obviously the dealership that it's at, the price is $28,000. The color, black. I personally won't let her buy a black car because I am her detailer, but I'm going to give her autonomy and just kind of throw the black car out there for her. The year, the trim, it's a 2020 LX. LX means it has a 1.5 CVT engine. I'm trying to steer her towards buying a Sport, which has a 1.5 turbo engine. And then the mileage on the car. This one has 29,000 miles. And if you're not the kind that likes to write it down, that's fine. You can keep all of these tabs open on your phone. Doesn't matter. Do with it what you will. Now, the reason I say that car buying starts on your computer is because, look, in 15 minutes, I got all of these specs. I can take these and go dealership to dealership and compare rather than just going on the lot with no opinion and getting my ass handed to me, okay? Come prepared. Otherwise, you're fucked. Okay, so now you're at the dealership. You have your car in hand. You're test driving it. They're making small talk in the car. They're going to ask you, oh, are you thinking of leasing or buying? Don't answer that. They don't need to know. Whether you're leasing or you're buying does not affect the overall price of the car. Do not give them any kind of negotiating leverage. Are you looking to finance? Are you paying cash? Don't tell them that. Don't ever tell them you're buying cash. If you're going to buy cash, just like negotiate the car and then throw the cash down. Don't tell them you're buying cash if you are buying cash. So now you've gone to the dealership, you decide on the car, you test drove it, it works great. You're going to buy it. Congratulations. They're going to say, okay, step into my office. Come have a seat at my table. They're going to bring out a blank piece of printer paper just like this. They're going to set it down right in front of you. And they're going to say, what kind of monthly payment are you looking for? And this is where you don't answer the question. What you are going to say is, I'm not actually concerned about the monthly prices. I'm more concerned about the overall price of the car. And this is when you start negotiating. The reason you do not answer that monthly payment question is because if you say, hey man, I got a budget of $400, they're going to say, great. We could totally make that work for you. But in order to make that work, what they're doing is they're manipulating the price of the car and the length of the loan or the lease or whatever to make it sound appealing to you. You could get away with a $200 payment and you wouldn't even know it because you told them, I don't want to pay more than $400. They're going to cap you at $398. You're going to feel really good about that. You're like under budget. But if you do the math yourself, the monthly payment would have been like $200. You know what I mean? So you don't answer that question. You say, I am not concerned with the monthly payment, more concerned with the overall price in the car. Other things to note, do not buy any warranties. If you're buying used, if it's certified pre-owned, it's already covered under Honda's warranty. Most car brands will offer like a 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. Don't sign up for extra bullshit. You don't need it. Another thing you never want to sign up for at dealerships are the oil change program. I'm telling you right now, your neighborhood mechanic is cheaper. You don't want to sign up for any car protection program. I'm telling you right now, your neighborhood detailer is cheaper and is using better products. Oh, and the last tip, super, super, super important. Unless you're dead set buying that car today, like you've agreed on everything and then you're going to buy the car, do not sign that credit check form, because the deal could go sour and you could walk away and go to another dealership. Well, guess what? They've just run your credit and then it's like a little inquiry on your credit score, which is not good. So do not sign the credit check thing until the very moment you decide on buying the car. And you know what? They're going to do a tactic. They're going to say, I can't really give you a set price until I run your credit because, you know, what if you have bad credit? No, your credit does not determine the price of the car. Your credit determines what interest rate you get when you're buying it. Determine the price of the car. Agree to buy the car. And then sign the little form. Conclusion, do not go car shopping on the car lot. Do it on the computer. When you're on the car lot talking to the salesperson, do not disclose too much information. Keep any financial information to yourself up until the very moment you buy the car, when it then becomes necessary. But yeah, anyway, that's how you buy a car. So I think we're going tomorrow. It is 10 o'clock at night. I should be getting to bed. Bye.